Blog Talk Radio.
What time is it?
WH Radio.
Welcome back to WrestlingHeads Radio. It's me, Oscar. Hopefully you guys enjoyed TNA Wrestling. Well, as of right now, we're not going to talk about TNA. We have a special guest here tonight, and she's going to be in part of these Evolve shows this weekend coming up. And you should not miss that out. Or if you're from the New York area, you should go to these shows. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the lovely Sue Young with me. What's going on, Sue? Sue, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I didn't know if I was supposed to talk or not. Hey, guys, what's up?
You scared me there for a minute. You just scared me there for a minute.
No. Here, I was just... it was that awkward. I'm sorry. That was my fault. I'm here.
It's okay. Before we go get the show on the road, I just want to let our listeners know, if you guys have any questions for Stu Young, you can always tweet me at WrestlingHeads, or you can always call up at 760-454-1107 at any time. So, Sue, my first question I want to ask you, how did you get started in the business?
How I got started in the business, or how did I get interested? Because the way I got started was after high school, I just flew.
Well, I was gonna say, like, how you got started, like who trained you and all that, like where did you go to, how did you got trained and stuff? Yeah.
Well, out of high school, I flew down to Memphis, Tennessee, because my dad had always talked about it being like a hotspot for wrestling. Well, I didn't know I didn't find a day. So I flew down there and I went to Superstar Build ND school. And his protege, Kevin White, was taking over school at the time. So I got trained a very old Southern style, if you will. And after that, like a year or two, I got an offer to go to WWE. And I was a part of their Florida Championship Wrestling roster. And I learned a lot there, from all the developmental teachers, some of the students that were there that are now on the roster that helped out a lot along the way. There was definitely somebody that helped out a lot. You know, Norman Smiley, we can even go to Steamboat all the way to Dr. Tom Pritchard when he was there, Joey Matthews, anybody, tons of people that were there that helped out a lot, build them on, and help mold the roster to where it is. And as, people came in and helped out and stuff, I got released eventually, and then I also went to Japan, and, I did, a free study session, not free study session, but, a free-for-all, where it's very rare for someone to go over there and go to all the companies, and I had gotten to do that, luckily for me, and what happened was I got to train with all these girls, and it was a really cool understanding on, Canton Japanese style, which was really awesome. And then I came back to the States, and now I apply it to my wrestling style, and I feel like it's evolving, as you will.
Yeah.
We can say evolve. Yeah, but it's been a fun ride so far.
Yeah, definitely, and I enjoy watching you on either on YouTube, pay-per-view, or whatever I can end up watching you. But my next goal, I got to see you wrestle live once. So that
would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And I was glad I get to hang around with you during PWG Bolo weekend. That was freaking awesome. So,
so that weekend was so awesome. That was like, I don't know, that made my summer. That was so cool.
Yeah, and just to let our listeners know, during PWG Bola, she ended up sitting right next to me at one point. And you were really into the show. You were like going, yeah, go. I forgot who you were rooting for. I want to say you're rooting for Roderick Strong, if I'm not mistaken. But
no,
yeah,
it was during Elgin and Ciampa's match, and I was going for Elgin because Elgin's a beast.
Hell yeah, he is. You know, what happened to him over
everyone is going for Ciampa, of course, because he's a beast as well. But I mean, no love for Elgin? Come on, guys.
Yeah. Well, sucks what happened to Elgin over the weekend. He lost his Ring of Honor title, but see what happens afterwards. Sadly, I know, right? But anyways, my next question I wanted to ask you, before you got trained, who did you look up to, like, wrestling-wise? Like, who was, like, your favorite wrestlers or who you enjoyed watching in the ring?
I loved watching WCW because, like, in the area where I grew up, like, we had the wars, but, like, the area I was in, it was, like, majority WWF. So whenever we got any WCW stuff in, like, I watched it religiously because it was like, oh, when am I supposed to have this? I got it. I'm going to watch it. And who I loved watching were people like Mankind. I loved Kane. I loved watching the angles between Lance Storm and General Erection, a.k.a. Bill DeMont, just because that was one of my favorite feuds as I was growing up.
Yeah.
I also, that just made me laugh so hard, just because it was so entertaining to me, and Lance Storm is just amazing to watch in the ring, period. I loved watching RVD, Chris Benoit. I love watching Eddie Guerrero, obviously, just because of the charisma and the magic he brings into the ring. I love Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner is amazing. He's one of my favorites. I still have a Freakzilla shirt from when I went to Raw. I want to say it was after WrestleMania 19. I went to Raw and I got a Freakzilla shirt. I was like, I still have that shirt.
I remember those shirts. I actually went to Raw when it was here in Los Angeles during this feud with Triple H. I believe this was like right after the Royal Rumble when that match ended up as a draw and they continue on and they announced their next match would be at No Way Out. I mean, I remember all that stuff. It was freaking good. I remember seeing those Freakzilla. Yeah. And going back to WCW, I mean, they're showing Nitro on the WWE Network, which all you listeners can watch it for $9.99. And it's giving me memories. I mean, I just barely watched the first episode of Nitro, and I did not know the first match was Houston Thunder against Gilman, and I was like, holy shit. Oh yeah, it's uncensored. You can curse here. You can do that. I just to let you know, because we're not PG. But anyways, WCW was some great. And you know what's funny? When you mentioned about Lance Storm, it was a few weeks ago on this show where I was discussing what was the name of those titles he was making up. Remember when he won the U.S. title? He named it the Canadian title. He named the Hardcore title for another name I forgot, and the WCW Cruiserweight title was the Kilos title, something like that. You remember what I'm talking about, right?
I remember he was renaming titles. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was like, I vividly remember especially the U.S. turning into the Canadian one because that was one of the biggest angles. Yeah. Yeah. It was fun seeing. I think that time in WCW was the best moment from Lance Storm, because Lance Storm is a beast. I actually, you know what? I saw him wrestle about 3 months ago in San Diego. He wrestled against Mike Bennett, and it was a great time to see him wrestle. He still got it, by the way. Yeah, he still got it. I bet that match was awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was probably
Mike Bennett versus Lance Storm?
It was Mike Bennett from Ring of Honor. Mike Bennett against Lance Storm, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Mike Bennett versus Lance Storm, that match got to be fucking amazing. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was amazing. You know what's funny? I didn't think Maria didn't interfere in that match. It just went, those two guys just went toe-to-toe. So it was a great match. So.
Oh, that's really cool, too. Not saying that I
yeah.
don't like Maria ringside, because Maria's awesome. I really like Maria a lot. I don't know her. I'm just saying I like her ring presence and stuff like that. So Mike Bennett can go.
Yes, Mike Bennett could go. Yeah. Yeah. I hope I can see him again wrestle pretty soon, because that was my only time I saw Mike Bennett. But anyways, my next question I want to ask you about Evolve coming up this weekend. Yeah, it's going to be taken, the first night is actually going to be taken in Queens, New York, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I believe so, at the Elks Lodge. Wait.
Oh.
I think the Elks Lodge is second. In Queens, it's the Fight Club.
Okay.
The Lyceum.
Right.
The Lyceum building? I call it the Fight Club building. Yeah.
I know it's in September 13th, 2014. I mean, yeah, of course 2014, but yeah, that's where it's taking place. I see you're going to be end up in the side, which you're going to be in the side with Anthony Nese and Caleb Conley in their separate matches, I see. Because I see Anthony Nese going against Johnny Gargano, which I'm looking forward on that one. And
me too.
Oh, yeah, forgot about you're going to be, Mr. A is going to be around there, too. So we can't forget about him.
Yes, I miss Mr. A. But sadly, Trent Beretta will not be with us. Trent will not be with us at all. I don't know if I'm able to say Beretta. I heard him say it once, but I'm not sure because he gives me eyes sometimes. But Trent will not be at the shows because of his injury, sadly.
Yeah, I know. He's still injured. I saw him at PWG. He still looked like he can't really walk right. He still looked like he's limping, but hopefully he comes back pretty soon and he can join with you guys, the Premier Athlete brand, which I really like that stable a lot. I really do.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah. I was actually rooting for Trent back in those Evolve shows you guys had in New Orleans during WrestleMania weekend. I was pulling for Trent to win the Evolve title, but fortunately it didn't happen. So, but yeah, no offense to Chris Hero, but you know he's a cool dude. He's a real good dude. And also, you got Caleb Conley going against Ricochet in a non-title match. Now, that's going to be a great match right there.
Yeah.
And look, in my opinion, the match of the night for any, like, when it comes to Evolve, Dragon Gate, or whatever from the World Wrestling Network, to me, so far the match of the year had to be Caleb Conley against A.R. Fox from that, from over there in New Orleans. I really love that match. That's like
that was a very good match. Yeah. I believe that whole weekend of New Orleans for WWN Live was really good. Like, there were really, really good matches throughout that whole weekend where I was like, I can't even choose one. They were so good.
Yeah. I see we got Roderick Strong going to be part of this show coming up, and he's going against Wuhan Nation. Yes, you guys, Roderick Strong coming in. You know, he's very talented. He gave me a dirty look during PWG Bola weekend, but it's all good because I was rooting for AJ Styles. I gotta bring that up. But and then the one I'm really, really interested to see, Zack Sabre Jr. against Timothy Thatcher. So Zack Sabre Jr.
That one's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, and anybody in New York listening to this, you guys go to the show because if Zack Sabre Jr. is there, you got to go because you never know when is he coming back. I don't know, like, if he's going to be coming in a regular basis. But when I saw him at PWG, I said to myself, this could be something that's once in a lifetime. So I'm glad I get to see him wrestle. So, you know, because you never know when he's coming back to PWG. Same with guys like Kenny Omega. So I was like, all right, I'm just treating this like it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So if you're from New York or you can drive to New York, I would go to this show if I were you. Definitely, because Zack Sabre is he's a beast. So you guys got to check him out. And if you can't afford it, just order an pay-per-view. Because I'm gonna VOD it. So him and Timothy Thatcher is gonna be a great match. And Thatcher, I've seen him wrestle around the California area a couple of times. He's very awesome, amazing in the ring. So yeah, it's freaking awesome. He's really a very talented wrestler, you know.
Yeah, I totally agree. 100%.
Yeah.
Timothy Thatcher always impresses me whenever I see him in the ring, especially his match against Good Busick. Oh my gosh, it was an amazing match with one of the past Evolve. I want to say within the past 2 shows or 3 shows. That match is like one of the coolest matches I've seen live.
Yeah, definitely. And not only that, in this show, you also have the Evolve Championship on the line. You got Drew Galloway, a.k.a. Drew McIntyre. He's going to defend his title against Rich Swann, which is going to be very interesting because it seems like Swann wanted this title match for a while, and he finally gets Galloway. It seems like since he's been coming to these Evolve shows, the fans been like showing a little respect, even though he won the title on his first night. You know, it's been like the crowd's really into him. And you know what's funny? I actually met him just a few weeks before Bola, and he brought the Evolve title. I actually carried the Evolve title. It's kind of a heavy bet. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a pretty cool dude, and I just can't wait to see this match between Swann and Drew, and hopefully Swann walks out with a title because it seems like Swann is desperate for this championship here, you know?
It's definitely going to be a very interesting match, especially the complex of the two, you know, the 2 different styles, the 2 different momentums, somebody who's a crowd pleaser and someone who is a crowd favorite versus somebody coming in off of, you know, company. It's a big dynamic of the 2, and I think it's going to be a great competition match. And kudos to whoever wins, because just know Premier Athlete Brand's going to be right on your tail. We are not messing around. When Trent comes back, it's going to be on.
Yeah, definitely. I see something great for the Premier Athlete Brand on the next night in Brooklyn, New York. I see. So if the winner between the Connolly or the Bravados, they're going to have to defend the Open United Gate Championship against the Premier Athlete Brand, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Correct. That is if the Bravados do retain the titles the night before. So we might have different champions coming into this, but the Premier Athlete Brand is lined up for the next title shot. Yeah,
definitely. I think it's time for the Premier Athlete Brand to get some gold, because it seems like it's time already. I mean, I like the Bravados of them, but I think it's time for the Premier Athlete Brand to get some gold, you know? That's what they're missing, you know?
For sure. I completely agree.
Yeah. Before we continue to talk about Evolve, I actually got a question from my buddy of mine's Skits. He wants me to ask you, on Evolve, when he watches you on Evolve, he sees you more as a manager. Do you mind doing the whole manager thing?
No, I don't mind doing the whole manager role. I believe that, you know, every role in wrestling is as important as the other role is. You can't have one without the other, and, you know, sometimes you need a little bit of flavor to mix up in the mix. Not because the guys aren't good, because all the guys are phenomenal athletes and entertainers. It's just nice to have a little, you know, feminine touch in the ring, and I don't mind being a part of something so spectacular as Evolve is. The roster is phenomenal, the attitude in the environment's amazing, and we have such a great staff of people that help us out and help us grow. It's awesome. Like, I love seeing new fans coming out every day. So if I hear that you're a new fan or you are just now starting to watch the vlog or anything, that makes me really happy. So thanks for supporting, and thanks for the question.
Yes, Yeah, shout out to Skits, by the way. I know he's working at the Dodger game right now, so yeah, go Dodgers. Sorry if I'm LA. But yeah, hey, they're playing really great, so I got to be happy there. But anyways, yeah. Also, this is like the main event for the second show, I believe. It's going to be Ricochet defending his title against Lucha Nation. You know, two guys.
Yeah.
Two guys who does the Dragon Gate from Japan and doing these shows as well. It's going to be freaking awesome. I'm sure these guys are really familiar with each other. They probably wrestled each other before, but it's going to be freaking amazing. And people, if you're listening, you got to freaking either you go to the show if you're from the New York area or buy an iPay-per-view. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a great show. And you can watch Sue Young right here doing her manager role there. And, yeah, it's going to be an awesome. You got talent like Johnny Gargano, Drew Gulak, Timothy Thatcher, Biff Busick, Roderick Strong, Premier Athletes brand, Yuhan Nation, Ricochet, list go on and on. Zack Sabre Jr., so, you know, Zack Sabre Jr. Guys got to buy this thing, and guys got to check it out and support you guys right here, and support indie wrestling. That's all it is, you know. Just you guys got to support these people, and it's gonna be a fun show, I believe. So I'm gonna VOD it, and I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy it. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun weekend out there, and hopefully you guys have to put out the best Evolve show you guys ever done, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah. You know what, dude? I'm actually going to, hopefully when you guys come down, you are coming down WrestleMania weekend. So when I go out there, I hope I can see you in the ring that weekend, so, or that week, and say, because I'm sure you guys are going to do some shine shows out there too. So, yeah, so hopefully I can see you wrestle out there. So, yeah. So we got a few months away. All right. Maybe you'll be the shining champion. All right. My next question I want to ask you, I see that you seem like you're really cool with Jessica Havoc, which I just saw her on TNA. She's now known as Havoc. I want to ask you, what's your thoughts of her in Impact Wrestling, and are you like very supportive with her, or?
I think that she has worked really hard, and she's tried with all her might, like 10 years in the making, man, and she's finally gotten something that's just an itch of the scratch, like of the surface, that is more to come. Like, she's going to keep scratching that, and we're going to see so much more, and it's going to be phenomenal. Because she has so much talent. She has so much, like, inside of her that we don't really get to see too much. And once she really does it, you guys are going to be blown away, because she's phenomenal. I respect her so much as a professional and as a friend. And I think that, you know, she came a long way, and it's really awesome to see something like that. It's really inspiring.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw Impact earlier tonight, but she was in a little brawl with Gail Kim, because it seems like her and Gail Kim are feuding right now. There's a couple of security guards were breaking up the brawl, and she actually chokeslammed one of the security dudes, and the dude landed on his head on the mat. I was like, holy shit. Freaking,
yeah, she's real. She's real.
Yeah. Yeah, real. So the dude landed on his head. I was like, holy shit, the guy's gotta be fucking seen stars or something, because that got me got up on my couch like, holy shit. But I'm kind of glad what they're doing with her. They're making her like she's unstoppable. I'm not trying to say she's the next Awesome Kong or anything like that, but this is something different.
I think that those are totally two different characters and people alike.
Yeah,
if we were to compare to anybody, especially with the the head shaved on the side. There we go. Shaved head on the side. Boom. Like Luna Vachon?
Yeah, Luna Vachon, yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad she's working a program with Gail Kim. I think Gail Kim is an awesome wrestler. She can go on with anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. So I just can't wait to see if they're going to have a match, possibly a pay-per-view match. So hopefully they do, and I can end up watching that match because I can't wait. Gail Kim is the beast. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, yeah. Yeah. My next question I want to ask you, is there anybody you love to work with that's either in the current WWE, TNA, or anyone around the world that you like to work with?
Like, is there anyone that I like to work with or I would like to work with, like that I haven't before?
What do you like? What do you like to work with? Like, if you haven't had that opportunity with, who would you like to work with?
If I had the opportunity to wrestle somebody, I would definitely like to wrestle with Victoria or Tara from TNA, Victoria from WWE. Yeah. I think she's phenomenal, and I think she's awesome. Yeah. Like, I would love to have a one-on-one match with her. Me and one of my good buddies, Athena, wrestling goddess, a.k.a. whatever she wants to be called. Me and her, like, we talk about, like, who we want to wrestle, and when she brought up Victoria, it was, like, hands down. I was like, I completely agree with you. She's completely right about it because, I mean, definitely somebody that, you know, I looked up to as a kid watching and also want to wrestle, you know, now in the ring. She can still go. You can look at her. She's still working out. It's crazy. And I think right now somebody that I have currently wrestled that I would like to wrestle again would be Candice LeRae. Hands down. I love wrestling that girl. She's fun. She is like a spontaneous, like, awesome cartoon brought into the ring, and she brings joy to a lot of people that watch her wrestle, I think, especially in the PWG crowd. I want Candice. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been started chanting that for like at least a year, at least. I see Candice LeRae all over the place here in California. But that's what I tell people on this show. If Candice LeRae or anybody who hardly comes to the East Coast, you gotta go. You gotta check this person out. I mean, you gotta go because you never know when they're gonna come down again. Hopefully, the people from Cleveland get the chance to see her at AIW, which who knows if she's gonna come down again. So,
was she there with Joey?
No, I don't.
Was it Candice and Joey? You gotta have Candice and Joey. It's like Barbie and Ken. You gotta have them both.
Yeah.
And people, you know what? They work so, like, when their tag team is so beautiful.
You know what's funny? When I first started watching them, I remember they were feuding back in the day when they were like Joey doing the whole. Yeah, they were doing the whole
misogynistic showman. Like, not macho man, but I mean, like, the ideal term of a macho man.
Yeah.
Right?
It was something like that. It was early Joey and Candice feuding off, and then it just seems like when Joey went to TNA, that thing kind of died off, and then when he got released and came back, that's when they formed their little tag team there, and it seems like they're doing well. Mm-hmm. They're all over the place. They're winning titles. Just like the Juicy Products, I don't even know how many tag belts they guys have. So.
The Candice and Joey show is awesome too. I love that show. It makes me laugh all the time.
If you notice, I'm in like at least 5 of their episodes. I'm in the background somewhere talking to somebody. You know what I try to do? Look, this is no lie. The first one he did on night 1 of Bola, they were talking baseball to these 2 chicks, right? Because they're from Oakland or Oakland A's fans. So I was walking by and I heard the whole conversation. So I tried to show off my Dodger hat on the show, but it didn't show, and I was like, damn it. I freaking missed it. Because I know the Oakland A's are playing well right now. So up the Dodgers. That could be a possible World Series. Who knows? Yeah, I tried to show my Dodger hat, but it didn't get shown. I don't know if Joey edited it. Maybe he did, because I know he's an Angel fan. We did talk about it here in the show before. So, yeah. That's what I did, and there's a couple of times I was in the background of myself. Like, I could see myself either in PWG or other wrestling events. So, yeah. Yes, people, I am on the Candice and Joey show so often, so I might be in the next episode. Who knows? But Candice LeRae, yeah, she's freaking awesome. I think I've seen you guys wrestle before. I'm trying to think I've seen you guys wrestle before, but I don't remember what company. So, I could be wrong. It could be Anarchy Wrestling. No, I could be wrong. But,
Anarchy, where I have my American Joshi title.
Yeah. I want to say I saw you wrestle her on that promotion, but I could be wrong though. I might have seen you guys wrestle for someone else. But anyways, Anarchy Wrestling. I want to ask you something about Anarchy Wrestling. You guys seem like they have so much talent. They got ACH there, Masada's there too.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, yeah. This is something that people should watch. Like, whoever's listening right now who never heard of Anarchy Wrestling, look it up. If you have the internet, just look it up. Anarchy Wrestling. You guys gotta look at that roster.
Texas. There's also one in St. Louis too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Austin, Texas is the one that I wrestle for. And there's tons of talent there. There's even Athena. They have, like, awesome women's roster. Athena. They have Angel Blue. They have Jessica James. They have tons of girls there. And not only that, but an awesome, like, core male roster, too, that brings diversity to wrestling. And if you love wrestling and you have an open heart, I definitely give it a try.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. You guys got to check out Anarchy Wrestling. I'm going to check more into it because it just seems like, holy shit, I got to check this shit out.
Oh, London wrestles there, too.
I know you wrestle there, too. I got to check that out. I got to check out more into it. Yeah. I got to get into it. I got to get into Anarchy Wrestling. So hopefully one day I go to Texas because I actually have relatives in Texas. And maybe I'll check out a show there.
That'd be awesome, man.
And finally get to see you in the
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Definitely.
If I were you, I would go during, like, one of their bigger times, like their year show or, I don't know. It just depends on what style of wrestling, because they do have some shows that are, like, December to Remember, where it's, like, Christmas themed, everything. They have a prom show, which is really fun, so if you want to go to prom, that's a cool thing to do, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Question that doesn't involve wrestling. I want to ask you a Pokemon question, okay? Because I was into Pokemon too, all right? I know you're all into Pikachu, but who are your favorite Pokemon besides Pikachu?
My all-time favorite?
If you have a lot.
I saw the first Pokemon. Yeah, there's a huge list I can choose from, but the very first Pokemon other than Pikachu, because everyone loves Pikachu, that I love is Charmander. Just because I love I love Charmander. I don't know why. It's a sick obsession, I think. I have one, like a plushie at my house, and sometimes, like, I'll go to cons and I'll, like, have it with me, like, oh, look, I got a Charmander. But I don't. It's just a stuffed animal. But I like to pretend that I have the basic one so I can restart from the beginning, because it just brings up really good nostalgia, childhood memories, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I think I told you this in person when I saw you at PWG, but I'm going to let our listeners know that once, I remember the cards, those Pokemon cards, I betted somebody for the Zapdos, holographic Zapdos. And I remember I challenged those battles, those Pokemon battles, and the cards, and I beat him. And I took the holographic Zapdos from him. And I made this dude cry. Yeah. This was like back in the 7th grade. Yeah. Zapdos. That's what you get for betting.
We love those Pokemon cards. We went crazy over them.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen, trip out of this. My grandfather, God rest his soul, he actually spent $40 on a Mew card that was done in Japanese letters, and that card, I forgot what power was it, but it's like 40 points. You know what I'm saying? I think they get like those. Yes, it was like 40 points, and it was holographic like crazy. And my grandpa paid $40 for that card for me. So that was freaking crazy. And then people were like, "Where you get that Mew card? Yeah, people were like, "Where you get that Mew card? You're cheating. You can't be doing that stuff." Like out of nowhere, because it was Japanese lettering, not English lettering. So I'm using it in battles and beating people with it. Those were great.
Man.
Did you ever own those Nintendo Game Boy Pokemon games?
Yes.
Like the red and blue version?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, my little sister took it from me, so I don't have it anymore. She has it with her.
Man.
But
I should. You know what? There's a place right where I used to live. It's called Cali Games. They have everything from regular Nintendo, Game Boys. I was thinking about going down there just to buy a Game Boy and buy the Pokemon game like I used to and play those old Pokemon games again and just do it again and battle people like I used to do. I remember I used to cheat on those things too. Like I don't know if you guys remember the Game Shark, which is like a code thing you use.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. Yeah, I used to have the Game Shark, and I used to cheat. I used to freaking, like, say if I will use Squirtle, I'll have Infinity Lifetime, and you could be using Mewtwo on me, but I will still beat you because you can't beat me, and I'll beat your Mewtwo. That's how I used to cheat, like that. And yeah, I used to be such a cheater when it comes to Pokemon. Yeah, but bad ones like Mewtwo, Blastoise, Charmander, those the badass ones. So those were my favorite Pokemon. Yeah. So
Mewtwo is really awesome.
Yeah, Mewtwo. Mewtwo was really awesome. I remember I saw the movie when it came out on theater. When Mewtwo came out.
How'd you like that movie?
Back in the day, I did enjoy it. I was hoping for more movies, but it didn't happen.
Did you cry? Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry. I
know. I went with my cousins, and I watched them cry. My cousins and their friends took me because they're like me and my little brother. I was young at the time, and then they were like, "Oh, we're just gonna go watch this movie with these kids so we can hit on these girls." Next thing you know, they're bawling their eyes out when Pikachu and Ash had their scene. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody who wants to see it because I know there's some people who are like, Pokemon movie, what's that? But that's how you know. If you watch the Pokemon movie, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure they made money back in those days, because Pokemon was red hot back in those days, Heck yeah. And I wish I still kept those cards, but I sold them. I made money out of it, but, I wish I kept those cards, though. Yeah, for like memories and stuff. I had all the holograms and those are fun times. All right, the Pokemon thing went out of control, but it's all good.
I still have like my old wrestling stuff. Like when I was younger, I would collect like as much wrestling stuff as I could. Like there's like a Hulk Hogan like figure at the house, and there's also the Stone Cold Steve Austin figure somewhere. It's awesome. The foam fingers.
You know what? I do have an Austin toy that I collect. You know what? I'm thinking about selling it because I think I can make money. But it's the Steve Austin Jax figure that has a WWF logo, WrestleMania 15 logo. All right. I got that actually because of my mom. She ordered that pay-per-view, and Time Warner mailed that to us, and it's never been opened. So I'm trying to see maybe I can make money out of it because it says Jack Pacific and it says WWF on there. Hopefully I can, make some few cash on it. I'm not saying I'm going to make $1,000, but at least something, Unless somebody wants to pay me $1,000, go for it. Or anybody's listening, $1 million, whatever, go for it. It's on sale now. But I have that toy. I gotta see what that's up. And I'm actually thinking about starting collecting action figures. Like this is guy I know that has a wrestling store around here. He has like all these CM Punk, John Cena. I'm thinking about grabbing them some and just collect. I'm just start collecting. So I want to know what's gonna happen like 5 years from now. Like I have a CM Punk toy and all that. Like what would people react? You know what I'm saying? From 5 years from now.
Me?
Yeah,
that's
true.
Right? Because CM Punk might just discontinue everything with CM Punk from now on, and you'll never be able to get anything CM Punk anymore. That's actually a really smart investment.
Yes. But I'm thinking I'm the only one in the world. Or I'm not in the world, but I actually think I truly believe he's going to come back one of these days for some reason. Yeah. My next question I want to ask you that's related to wrestling now. What is your next, or what's your not next, but what is your goals you want to accomplish next?
I guess my next goal is just to, make more money. I mean, that's not a bad goal. I want to make more money in wrestling. Just because, I mean, this is what I'm doing to survive, and if I make more money, then I have less of things to worry about, you know what I mean? More money, more problems.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Wherever life takes me to where I go to my next step to where I can be a little more comfortable in life and do what I love doing, like going out there and entertaining and putting my body on the line for you guys, like I'm willing to do whatever it takes and whatever the next step is, whether that be going to a major company or going overseas again or, whether that might be even just taking a break from my body for a little bit because that is very important in a wrestler's career, You do need to learn when to take the time off just in case because you don't want to be, doing this while you're, God forbid, older and where you can't, and that'll break my heart. The day that I can't walk into a wrestling ring, that's going to be the day that it breaks my heart because I'll always love wrestling, no matter what.
Yeah, it seems like you're really into it, especially when I hanged out with you that one Bolo weekend. You seem like you got a hard passion. You could be in your 60s. You could be still watching it. So I could tell from how you are that from that weekend, So, if you're like you're, it was funny you said overseas. If you're ever going down Mexico, I'll try to come down because Mexico is 3 hours away from me. So if it takes me, so if you're ever going down to Mexico, I will.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because I think Lou Festo just had a match out there or something out there in Mexico. So, like some women's thing happened. Yes, I get to
I've only had a little taste of Lou Festo. I want more. I want to have a match with her. I think it'd be fun.
Yes, you know what? Lucky you could say lucky me, but I actually see her a lot out here in California. So
yeah.
Oh, yeah. So hopefully not hopefully, but most likely I'm end up seeing her wrestle again. But hopefully I see you in the West Coast or Mexico. So I'll drive 3 hours from there. Coming back might be a problem because I'm Hispanic and they want to see if I'm in the United States. Yes, people. I'm Hispanic people, and they probably will say, "Oh, okay. Are you sure you're American citizen?" If it'll take me 6 hours to get back to the U.S. just to see Sue Young wrestle for once, it'll be worth it.
Yeah. So, thank you. That means a lot that I have you guys support like that. That's really awesome.
Well, yeah, because that's not everybody has a chance to see you wrestle in person. So that's what I got to do. So if either I have to wait WrestleMania weekend or something early, I got to do it.
Yeah, well, hopefully, one of these days I won't have to worry about making it to where you guys won't be able to see me wrestle randomly, and I will be making my rounds as you will, hopefully one day with the WWE. I don't know. It sounds awesome. I'd like to go back, I think.
Yeah. Speaking about WWE, You know what? Because you're a female yourself. I want to ask you something. Let's just say if you did, if you were a part of the WWE roster, and they asked you to do Total Divas, would you do it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because they would be following me in my life, and to be honest, if you guys want to watch me eat pizza and play video games and just go on with my life awkwardly, like, yeah, all I do is talk about wrestling, watch wrestling, and that's fine with me if you want to record that. I think the only thing that would get harsh is me playing video games against the other divas, because I get competitive. I get pretty competitive.
And if you were on the show, you just show off your Pokemon cards and all that, right?
I would. I would flash them out like, battle me for this bagel. And they were like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
a Pokeball at the bagel, like, this is mine now.
Yeah, and showing off your dad. Your dad was a pretty cool dude, by the way. You could show off your dad on your... Yeah. She actually brought her family to Bola, ladies and gentlemen. She did brought her dad, and I think it was her cousin, right?
Yeah, my cousin, too. That was their first time watching anything outside of WWE like that. So they enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah, definitely. They enjoyed the show, right?
Yeah, they loved it. They've never seen anything like it, especially the last night. I think the only thing that they didn't really like was that the shows are a lot longer, but the only reason why it was a lot longer was because of the weekend it was Bola. You know, Bola runs, like, pretty long just because of the tournament matches and stuff like that. So, but it's well worth the DVD time and the live time that when I was at. It was so amazing.
Yeah. I'm glad they had fun, your family there, and maybe they'll come down again in the future to another PWG show. So, because I'll be there because I live around this area, I got to be there. But
yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Before we continue, I want to let our listeners know if you guys have any questions for Sue Young, you can always tweet me at WrestlingHeads, or you can always call at 760-454-1107. I'm not gonna have her on too long, so just if you need something to ask her, just go for it, because I'm not gonna have her on too long. Okay. Yeah. Well, my next question I want to ask you. Usually my buddy Skip would be like asking our guest this question, but I'm gonna do it for him on this one. If you could start your own promotion, what three wrestlers, doesn't matter guy or girl, doesn't matter what roster in the WWE, TNA, whatever, who will you hire as your three wrestlers?
Number one, AJ Styles. AJ Styles is a damn draw. He can draw with his eyes closed. That's how good he is. He is a Picasso.
Yes.
He's so good. Like, everyone loves AJ Styles. So I definitely recruit AJ Styles if I could. And not only that, but he called me out on some 64, so that's when I would probably throw it down, boom, against his Christian. Yeah. I don't know who I'd go with, because Christian's pretty damn good. I might have to go Guerrero, because I love like chain and steel method. It's awesome. Number two, I would definitely, this is a very tough one, but if I could grab somebody, I would definitely grab Kenta, because I think that would be a really good mix-up within the show. And then the third person I would grab would be Samurai Del Sol, or, what's his name?
Kalisto.
Yeah, Kalisto. I'd grab Kalisto, because he's awesome. Like, he's really fucking good. Like, every time I watch him, it's just phenomenal in the ring. And having those three would be something very diverse and something, different to have. It really catered to a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. I met the guy a couple of times at PWG when he was there back in those days. He was a cool dude. I tried to get him on the show, but he signed the contract with WWE, so I'm happy for him. Hopefully tomorrow he does win those NXT tag titles. I'm rooting for the guy, so hopefully he does.
Yeah.
And yeah. And about AJ Styles, I wanted him to win Bola, but it didn't happen. But yeah, he was my pick, but it didn't happen. So
it's really cool though that Ricochet won Bola though. That was really awesome.
Oh my God, that guy is to me. He's the wrestler of the year, hands down. He's my wrestler of the year, 2014. I don't care what people say. You guys say Daniel Bryan, Ricochet is my wrestler of the year. So, and you guys could see him this weekend at Evolve. So, go for it.
Yes,
I mean,
yeah, and that would be a treat
Evolve
for everybody too.
Yes, watch Evolve, please, people. Watch Ricochet. He's the man. I've seen him so many times in person. Man, it's not even funny. All night.
Can I just say one thing about, because we were all at Bola, and I didn't really get to talk to you guys too much about it afterwards because I had to go find my dad and stuff. You know, after an indie show, I had to go find my dad. Anyways, the match that I just want to say that made my whole weekend was that 10-man tag before the main event on the last day of Bola with that emotional speech from Willie Mack. My goodness, that for real is one of my favorite matches from that whole weekend. It's not the favorite match, just because it was so awesome, so good.
All right. Okay, Willie Mack, I tell you right now, I'm really cool with Willie Mack. I actually gave him a ride home from shows before, no lie. I said this in the show before. He's pretty cool, you know. And when he mentioned about that he's going to WWE, I mean, I was happy for him. I was like, yeah. And I did not know about his mother. I did not know that at all. I never asked him about family, none of that, you know. We'll talk wrestling or MMA and such and all this other stuff when I hang out with them a couple of times, but I never talked family with them. I never talked to him like, why are you doing here instead of from St. Louis? He's from St. Louis. So I'm like, that's just me. I'm like, we never talk family for some reason. And then when you mentioned that his mother died at 14, I was like, holy shit. I did not know that from Willie Mack. And, it got to me right there. And I know it got to a lot of people in that Reseda crowd. And those of you listening who were not in that PWG show, hopefully they do put it on DVDs, in that DVD, because it was very touching, and and everybody there was happy for Willie. And I did not know he had ADD too. So there's a lot of stuff that from Willie Mack I did not know about.
He's a guy definitely. Yeah, he's a guy definitely overcoming odds, and not only that, but he didn't let anything stand in his way. There's a lot of men in that ring that night that, have overcame a lot of odds and came far along where people told them that they weren't going to amount to anything. And I think that's something that the fans really love. They can associate with.
Yes,
you can associate yourself with somebody there all the time, and it's awesome.
Yes. God bless Willie Mack. And another thing, you're going to laugh what Willie Mack tried to do to me one time. All right, I was drunk. I was like shit. I passed out, put it that way. I was in somebody's car. They dropped him off first, and I was like in the front seat all passed out, whatever. Next thing you know, I heard like a clicking noise. I think he was trying to draw my face before he goes inside the house. So I was like,
oh, man.
I heard a quick noise. And I was like, oh, what the hell? Get out of my way, man. Get off me, man. So I was like, I knew he was trying to draw my face. So he looked at me, he pointed at me, he laughed. I grabbed my friend's visor and looked in the mirror like, girl, something, let me screw that. Cause I know he had something in his hand. He tried to put I'm sure it was like some kind of marker or something, so he tried to draw my face or something when I was passed out. It was great timing. No lie to you, I did drink Willie Mack. But,
man.
It was great timing. Great timing. All right, I'm going to be letting you go in a bit, but before I let you go, I'm going to ask you one more final question.
All right.
In 5 years, what do you think will you be doing in 5 years from now?
Hopefully I'll be on TV somewhere or doing something awesome because I'm really trying with my career right now, and I've been doing a lot of creative work with Shine. I've been doing a lot of awesome work with WWM Live and also Anarchy Championship Wrestling. Been wrestling random places and awesome places like obviously I've wrestled for Bushido Wrestling in California.
Yeah.
I've wrestled for many companies. Like, I can't, right now, the tip of my tongue, I'm just so good. I'm sorry. It's been an awesome process and cool transition from where I was a couple years ago till now, especially since, I was a lot younger back in the day and a little bit more naive. And now that I'm a little older and I know a little more better, I feel like I can associate with fans a little better. And hopefully you guys come out to my shows and support.
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't matter in 5 years now I'm in the WWE or TNA or whatever. Or this is a new company I actually just watched. They're starting doing TV tapings over here in Los Angeles called Lucha Underground. If it got bigger and bigger, if you join them, I'll support you wherever you go and see what happens 5 years from now. So, only God knows what happens in 5 years. But anyways, we're gonna have to let you go. And before we let you go, hold on. Before I ask you to do your plugs or whatever. Evolve, people, don't forget. Check out Evolve this weekend. You don't want to miss out. There's tons of talent there. You'll see Sue Young here. She's going to be doing the manager role. Unfortunately, she's not going to be wrestling, but she's going to be doing her managing role. But there's a lot of talent
secretary.
there. Yeah, definitely. You don't want to miss out Evolve, please, people. And, you can see her dressed as secretary, her little outfit she wears. And, just check it out and don't miss out. Or if you're from New York, go to the shows. You'll have fun. Trust me. So before we let you go, do you want to give out your plugs, like your Twitter or your Facebook or anything like that?
You guys can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you name it, I got it, at Real Sue Young, RealSuYung. And you can also find my email if you know who to contact. And after that, you can probably see me again here on WrestlingHeads Radio.
Yes, we'll love to have you back on in the future. And you know what? That's funny. Like, you just gave out your email. People, if you're listening from Los Angeles or from the West Coast, if you guys know a promoter, give out that email, please. If I could see Sue Young wrestle in person, please. Yes. And hopefully I get to see you soon. Hopefully in another PWG show, and maybe I'll see you there, or I'll just wait till WrestleMania weekend, and I'll be up in the Bay Area. So hopefully I'll see you kick ass up there.
Guys.
All right, then, Sue. All right, Sue. I guess we'll let you go right now.
It sounds like you guys don't want to.
No, I don't want to let you go, but I guess we have to.
We'll have to reschedule another night.
Yeah. All right, then. You have a good night now.
Thanks for the support, guys. Don't forget, check out Evolve at www.live.com.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget that. All right, then.
Your athlete brand.
Yeah. All right. Then.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sue Young. That was my first solo interview because, you hear Skid doing his own solo stuff. Now I did it on my own. So, if you're listening, go screw yourself. But anyways, I'm going to take a little commercial break. And, let's take a little commercial break. And we're going to have someone else going to join me talk about the world of wrestling all over the world, you can say. We'll be right back. And yes, I'm going to be being a mark right now. So we'll be right back.
Hey guys, this is Pikachu, and I'm challenging WrestlingHeads Radio to a Pokemon battle. Boom, baby.
Yo, welcome to WH Radio. Today's show is brought to you by the good people down at WrestlingRambles.com. For the latest in wrestling news, in-depth blog, and hot topic discussion, hit up WrestlingRambles.com. Remember, it's not just any ramble, but a Wrestling Rambles. WrestlingRambles.com. And also special thanks to Ring Rust Radio and SLTDWrestling.com. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. I got fans over. I got fans right. Yep. Got some fans here. Yeah. Love me more. Yes. I got someone on the line that wants to join me here on WrestlingHeads Radio. I got Matt from the Weekly Wrestling Podcast joining me. What's going on, Matt?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Did you get to hear Sue Young? This is just a minute ago.
I caught a bit of it, yeah. I have a little bit of technical difficulties at the moment, but yeah, still catch a little bit of it. Nice job, man.
Yeah, and it was my first time me doing solo, and I was like, holy shit, I did pretty good. But I'm glad to be Sue Young, though, you know. But
yeah.
Anyways, you know, it's funny that she did mention some NXT wrestlers that if you're start her own promotion, she will hire Kenta and Kalisto, which tomorrow is NXT Takeover, which everybody should watch. If you have the WWE Network, you got to watch that shit tomorrow because I'll be watching that shit for sure tomorrow. You're going to be watching it tomorrow, Matt?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. You guys got matches like crazy here. Like example, you got the main event, the Fatal 4-Way match. You got Adrian Neville defending his title against Sami Zayn, Tyler Breeze, and Tyson Kidd, which we just saw them involved in a tag match this past Monday at Raw, which was a great thing for NXT. My question to ask you, who do you think is walking out of that match?
I don't see a title changing at all for some reason. I think Neville's going to retain.
Yeah, definitely. I think Neville is going to walk out with the NXT title. I don't see him losing it. Probably the next live special he'll lose it, but not this one. I'm going for Neville too. I got Skid going to be joining me right now. I want to know what's his prediction right now. Skid, if you can hear me, this thing is going slow, but I think Skip might have a prediction for who's walking out with the NXT title tomorrow night. For some reason, this thing is going slow. Anytime when this damn thing loads up, I will freaking put Skits on because the thing is going slow for some reason. Sorry, Skits, if you can hear me.
Blog Talk Radio doesn't want you on, Skits. Come on.
Maybe Blog Talk don't want Skits at all for some reason. But Skits is stuck in there. He's stuck in a little warhole right now. But anyways, hold on. Skits, do me a favor. You can hear me. Call back because this thing is being dumb. All right. Also, you got a match that people don't even care about, probably. You got Bull Dempsey going against Mojo Riley.
Are we getting hyped?
Huh?
Are we getting hyped?
I think he's all hyped because I'm going for Bull Dempsey to win this damn match.
Just buried the man. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Let me see if it works this time. What's going on, Skid? What's going on, Skid?
Hey, Skid's and his dick sucking lips is on. Yeah.
Oh, look at this dude. Look at this guy. Hey, me and this dude, Matt. All we do is play hockey on Xbox One. Later on for sure when I get home.
I will whoop that ass for the 6th time, bro. It's okay.
Let's talk about NXT Takeover. I see you guys talking about, right?
Yeah. we're doing a little prediction going on. We did actually start off with the NXT Championship match, which we think probably end up being the best match of the night. But who you got going for that one?
It's either Neville. You know what? I don't care if people hate me for this, but I'm going either Neville or either Breeze for some reason. I just think they need a heel to carry the title right by now. You know, they've been having a face hold the title for a long time, so if Neville doesn't retain, then Breeze will be my second choice for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, Tyler Breeze is not a bad choice, but I just don't think they're going to give the title to him. I don't think so. But I like I said to Matt right now, I think the next showing is probably where H and Neville will lose the title, you can say. But see what happens. We're just talking about this match. Bull Dempsey against Mojo Rawley. Who you got in that one?
I'm just going to skip on that one.
I think Matt skipped on that one. So
Mojo Rawley's going to lose.
All right,
fuck
Mojo
Rawley.
All right, Mojo Rawley's going to lose.
Anybody but Mojo. Let's just be real.
Kevin Steen should come out and package power drive both of them.
Oh.
There. How about that?
Yeah. But we'll see what happens if he does. Yeah.
What else we get on that card?
Yeah. You got the NXT Women's Championship match. You got Bayley going against the champ, Charlotte.
Please, Charlotte, retain. Please, Charlotte.
I got Bayley winning, and I got Charlotte coming to the main roster, so.
Yeah. Who you got, man?
I hate Bayley, personally.
So you.
But I wouldn't be shocked if Charlotte wins and retains the title.
Okay. I'm gonna say Bayley, and you could be right, Skits, about her going to main roster, but I don't know. I'm hearing all these stories about what they're planning to do with her. Like I'm hearing that she supposedly is gonna come out Night of Champions and help Nikki Bella win or something like that, and she's going to be her bodyguard. I'm also hearing that they're bringing her in just to have Ric Flair to have a regular role in the WWE. So if they're going to put her in the main roster, they better find something for her, because I like Charlotte. She's very talented. I don't want her just to be on Superstars and none of that bullshit, you know. So if they're going to put her on the main roster, you better find something. If not, keep her in NXT and let her keep that NXT Women's Championship. So
I think it's really dumb if you're going to bring her up just for Flair to have something to do. If you're going to bring her up just to have Ric Flair to have something to do, like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, but at the same time, I want her in some kind of storyline. She deserves to be on Raw or SmackDown on a consistent basis. I don't want her be like another Emma, as you can say. No offense to Emma, but
I think Emma's time is gonna come soon. I just don't know when. But
wait, she's gonna steal something?
Oh,
hey. Emma can go. We all know Emma can go. So
I'm sorry. Somebody had to.
Yeah, definitely. All right. The next match. What did I say? The next match. Who else is going to... I know Kenta ain't wrestling. That sucks. Oh, yeah. The NXT
I have something to say about that, though.
What?
I mean, he's going to make his appearance. I just have a feeling... I mean, I see people complaining about, I wish he was there to wrestle or whatnot, but I feel like a story is going to start with Kenta tomorrow. Somebody's going to interrupt it, and he's going to start feuding with somebody. He's going to to a storyline. That's just my opinion.
No, it won't be any of the guys that WWE signed. I have a feeling it's going to be somebody that we haven't seen on NXT in a while. Like for an example, I'm just throwing them out there, like a Zack Ryder or something.
Well, okay, if Kenta does wrestle tomorrow, I'm going to say for some reason they're going to put a heel that that is doing something, but at the same time, or not doing something, but not really doing anything right now. But for some reason, I see him
I don't think
against,
he's wrestling. I mean, Ric Flair is the person that's going to introduce him, so he's not wrestling. They just want to show, basically, they want to show, their new talent. So, and somebody's gonna come out and cut a promo, interrupting. It could be one of those guys that go back and forth from NXT to WWE that he's gonna start off feuding with. But I don't know who.
Yeah. Yeah, but hey, I'm gonna be happy to see Kenta just to appear. But if he's gonna wrestle in the tapings, then yeah, most likely I see him debuting against maybe CJ Parker, something like that. So.
CJ Parker. Why?
Okay. Well, what the fuck?
What a waste.
Instead of the wet shirts, we should make a white shirt. Nobody cares about CJ Parker, bro. I don't know why I even brought him up. People would just shit on that whole feud right there.
People care about TNA more than they care about CJ Parker. Come on.
Well, I just
nobody cares about CJ Parker. He's a bum.
Yeah, I just want to see him destroy somebody in the first match, and now the perfect person would be CJ Parker. But anyways, NXT Tag Team Title match. You got the Ascension going against the team of Kalisto and Sin Cara. I'm going for Kalisto and Sin Cara. They're walking out of the tag dogs, and the Ascension will be in the main roster in a few weeks.
I don't know about a few weeks, but soon. They're going to be walking in. You never know. They might be part of the Night of Champions. They might just destroy everybody.
Hey, they wrestled last night in main event. You know that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure. So you guys going? You're going for Kalisto and Sin Cara, right?
Yeah.
All right. Matt, who you got on that one?
I'm in the same boat, although I could care less.
Lucha. All right. Let me see what else is going on. Did I just name all the matches already?
I believe that's all the matches.
All right. NXT Takeover. It's tomorrow night in the WWE Network. You don't want to miss out. The last time NXT had a takeover show, it was freaking awesome, and enjoyed every minute of it.
I like it. To be honest with you, NXT Arrival was the best one that they had so far.
Maybe. I don't know, but I like that takeover better than that one. But anyway.
You said what?
I just said I enjoy a takeover better than Arrival. That's what I'm saying. But anyways,
I mean,
hold on.
You can't sleep on the Cesaro-Sami Zayn match and the Paige-Emma match, that they had. Those are only two matches I can remember right now. But
all right. Hold on. We got a caller on the hold for a cool minute, but let me put this person on. 781 area code. You're live on WrestlingHeads Radio. Who's speaking?
This is Matt.
What's going on, Matt?
Nothing much. I was just listening to you guys. Did you guys mention the best match of the night, the hair first hair match?
The what again?
The hair first hair match?
Hand versus hand match.
Yeah, the hair versus hair match.
Oh, yeah. They just reminded me. It's I believe it's Enzo against I cannot pronounce that French guy's name because I'm bad at names, French name, but Sylvester Lefort. I got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going Enzo on this one.
I can see that.
Yeah, everybody getting excited for it?
The hair first hair match?
But my question is the hair from your head or the beard? that's the question. Is the loser is going to lose their beard or the whole entire from your head? Because if
I'm
you
assuming
remember,
it's the head.
Well, because I remember Sylvester cut off some of his beard off, and then that's how the whole thing started. So I'm thinking, will the loser actually lose their beard instead of their hair from the head, you know? So that's what I'm trying to figure out there. But thank you, Matt, for reminding me about that match.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks, man. Is there anything you want to talk about? I don't know. That's the main thing you want to talk about.
Actually, that was. No, I got nothing.
All right. Hey, thanks for listening, man, and thanks for calling in and reminding me about that match.
No problem.
All right. Well, keep listening, man, and I'll thank you again for listening. So keep on listening to us, bro.
All right.
All right, man. Take care.
Hey, Matt.
What's up?
I was talking about Mr. Grant. Hey, was that Orton?
It was.
Wow. I was starting to say something, but didn't know it was him. He kind of sounded different from here on the phone, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys already did you guys mention about the whole Ring of Honor?
No, we have not yet at all. But hold on, let me take one more commercial break. And Skits, I think there's something's wrong with your four-corner ad on Soundbite. So just to let you know that. But let's take one more commercial break, and we'll talk about the whole Michael Elgin situation in Ring of Honor, and I think this is going to be a good one. So we'll be right back. God damn it, this thing was not working. Hold on a second.
Hey, this is Ray Rosa at PPA all day, the biggest man in professional wrestling, pretty Peter Avalon. And we are P.P. Ray. I love it. God, your voice is majestic. And you are listening to WrestlingHeads You got this one. Radio.
Wow.
Since January of 2013, the Indie Power Rankings have been ranking the very best independent wrestlers on a weekly basis with voters all across the U.S. and Canada. They do their part to support indie wrestling. Give them a follow at Indie Ranking as they release the new Indie Power Rankings every Tuesday.
Yep. I need to go ahead and update that.
My name is Rich Swan, and we're at PWG, but you are now listening to the WrestleHead Radio.
I need to go and update that Indie Power Rankings soundbite ASAP. I remember Matt was telling me last time, but shout out to them. Go give them a follow, people. But yeah, Ring of Honor just announced big match tonight. I mean, not tonight, but today. AJ Styles versus Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal returns to Ring of Honor. It's a big deal. Hello?
Oh, hello?
Yeah, nobody sent us. That's why I was like, hello? It's a big deal, so...
there's something wrong with his damn team.
So that was Styles.
Did you guys...
Good, like we were talking about earlier. It's going to be great.
I don't know if you guys heard anything I had just said.
Yeah, I heard you. We all hear you good. But talking about Matt Sydal.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So Matt Sydal returning back to Ring of Honor, big deal. I've been loving everything what ROH has been doing lately. The bookings is crazy. It's ridiculous, wild. But my question is, I'm going to have to bring this up because it didn't happen at All-Star Extravaganza. Matt was there. Jay Lethal, not booked yet. Do you guys think ACH will get that match at the September event?
I could see it.
It has to happen.
Yeah,
it definitely
that's what happened. Especially what happened, he couldn't make it to over there in Canada due to flight issues. But that match has to happen. It's making it more obvious now that ACH is going to walk out with that title because I think it was meant for ACH to walk out with that title at All-Star Extravaganza. But it sucks about the flight and everything. So, by the way, man, how the fuck was the show out there anyway?
I enjoyed it quite a bit. The All-Star Extravaganza show was pretty great. The Red Dragon Bucks match obviously was absolutely fantastic. The title change of Michael Elgin losing it to Jay Briscoe was just absolutely astonishing just to see the reaction. My boys, the Monster Mafia, did very good in their four-way match, so I was happy with that as well. It was just an all-around really good show.
Yep. I mean, I'm sure you had fun. Now we're even. I've never been to a Ring of Honor show, and you've never been to PWG show, so we're even now. But
I guess so.
Yeah. But the world title picture, man, dude. I mean, such a mess. I have to say, with the whole Michael Elgin situation. If you guys have been, living in the Rock, if you don't know what I'm talking about, we got a new Ring of Honor World Champ, and which I'm not happy about is Jay Briscoe. He's now a two-time Ring of Honor champion. There's a lot of
talk about Skip.
Yeah.
It sucks. It really sucks that the whole boarding issue happened. I don't know too much about it, but I mean, it's not. He just didn't lose one title. He lost his AIW title too, and without even getting pinned. So I guess when he gets those issues fixed, back in AIW, it's going to be a big story over there. So plus, Ring of Honor, Jay Briscoe. I don't know how they're going to have Jay as champ. I don't know how long he's going to hold the title. Is somebody like Adam Cole going to get back in the scene? I see Michael Bennett is now in the scene. I'm not too happy about that, but it is what it is. I said let Jay Briscoe run with it for a while. And if they want to have him and Michael Bennett go, have him go twice in a row. I believe Michael Bennett has his own show, basically. What's it called, Matt?
Yeah, the Adam Cole. The Michael Bennett Bachelor Party by Adam Cole. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Whoever made that poster is a genius, and whoever hasn't seen the poster needs to, ASAP. I say have Michael Bennett win a title there. I mean, I don't know. Just to put some heat on him real quick and have somebody snatch the title from him. I don't know. Whatever Ring of Honor is going to plan, they need to fix it ASAP because I don't know if this Jay Briscoe thing is going to last to become a champ. So, because I don't see AJ Styles, holding two titles or being a full timer over there at Ring of Honor. But that's my thoughts.
Yeah. When he won the title, I was very disappointed. I was like, what? First, I was shocked and at the same time disappointed. Like, why Jay Briscoe? Why they're on his nuts? So that's what I was thinking at one point. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. But then when we heard all these reports about Michael Elgin, that you hear all these different stories why did he drop the title, then I can understand it and makes me feel like, okay, did they have no choice to give the title to Jay Briscoe? I'm trying to believe that was not the original plan at all. But now he's the new Ring of Honor champion. It's interesting to see what will happen with Jay Briscoe and who he's gonna go against, and it'll be very interesting to see what happens. So.
And And also, I don't know if you heard, but I've been hearing rumors that Michael Elgin wants to pursue baseball.
Okay.
So that would be interesting. Well, he looks like he'll be like a nice catcher.
He'll be a nice catcher. Yeah. And then you heard another rumor that supposedly the man lost the title because what happened at Bola, how he lost to Trevor Lee. That's another quote-unquote rumor that why they dropped the title. But the one that everybody's mostly talking about is the visa issue. That could be the one that really, that you can say more, that makes more sense than why he lost the title, because of his visa issue. And if that's the case, then what the fuck, you know? Is it really Elgin's fault, or is it Ring of Honor's fault for not knowing about his visa issues? Because I'm pretty sure that if you're not legalized here in the United States, you're just working here, shouldn't you know that your visa's running out and you should let somebody know at least, you know? I mean, I don't know how to go visa thing. What were you saying, Skitz?
I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure Ring of Honor has all that info. So, but
okay,
I
well,
believe you were saying that the same thing happened to Del Rio when he was in WWE.
Well, let's go back to Ring of Honor. If Ring of Honor knew that if Elgin, you know, his visa's running out, why did he give him the title in the first place? You know. That's my question.
Hey, Matt, you want to chime in on this? Because I know you're from Canada.
Yeah, I can actually shed some light if you actually want me to. Apparently, a week before the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, Michael Elgin sent a letter to another promotion up here in Canada. Actually, no, sorry, down there in the States, about his visa issue, and that was known like a week prior to the pay-per-view. So I don't know whether that was ROH's doing, whether that was Elgin's doing, but it was definitely something they knew about at least a week beforehand.
Yeah.
You know what?
Nobody wants to see Michael Elgin out here in the States.
If you guys want me to look up the statement, I can.
Well, you know what? Before you do that, or you know, go ahead. But you know what? The Mysterious Mexican over here is telling me right now that if you have visa, if you're going to States for visa, you should know when your visa's coming up. So basically, saying Elgin should have known that his visa's running out. He should have said something to Ring of Honor, or maybe months, or I don't want to say months ago, or. I know it feels like it was not long ago when Elgin won the title. So he should have let them know before you gave him a big angle coming up, or you're going to give him a world title run. You should at least let them know about the visa issues, because that could have been avoided if Elgin said something, you know? Like, we wouldn't be talking about the whole visa issue right now if Elgin wouldn't just say something to Ring of Honor, you know, before he won that world title.
Yeah, I have one more thing I want to ask. I'm pretty sure one of you guys know, whoever knows the answer. He can't, is it 90 days? He can't, or 30?
It may even be longer than that. And I know somebody else is going through the exact same issues. Alicia Sparks, apparently she has like 5 years or something. She can't come down to the States.
God damn!
Yeah. I wonder why every time when, I don't know why she never mentioned that when we interviewed her, because we said we want to see you in L.A., but no wonder why, you know, when we try to flip her out here, you know, it never happens, but it is what it is. Hopefully both Michael Elgin and Sweetie Sparks, they get everything fixed and we can see them back in action. And
not only that, hopefully it doesn't affect guys like Ethan Page, Josh Alexander, and the other guys that are starting to branch out from the Canadian area. It would really suck.
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay, what I don't understand is what's going on here. Like, okay, now be putting more names. You got to leave the Sparks. Is it something that the person's visa, is that something they should be responsible for doing, or is it? I'm not trying to no disrespect to Canada or anything, but
honestly, if you're working for Ring of Honor, I would assume that it's Ring of Honor's responsibility. But if you're like not in a major promotion, I would assume it's your own responsibility. But I know some of these guys don't have work visas because, you know, they're not working for a major promotion. And but they're not getting paid. Like, what these Border Patrol officers don't realize is they're doing this basically over tens of dollars.
Yeah. Just like what Matt said, I mean, it's not a hope it happens to guys like Josh Alexander and Ethan Page. There's another tag team out there that's having issues, and that's the Super Smash Brothers. When's the last time we seen them out here in California?
Shit, about a year. About a year, I believe. Yeah, but I don't get this. Like, okay, who? Obviously, I'm not an expert on all visa stuff, but who allows you to work in different countries? Is it the United States allows you, or does Canada allows you to leave? Like, I don't get it. Like, who allows? I don't know, but it's just like, to me, it's like a little confusing, but I don't know. It just seems like with this situation, I feel like somebody fucked up on that point. That's how I feel like. It just seems like a couple years ago in WWE when Del Rio had VC issues while he was a WWE champion, and he missed 2 weeks of Raw because of it, and that's what I'm trying to think. Like, okay, is this something that WWE could have avoided from this happening, or is it something that Del Rio could have done? You know, we're asking ourselves the same questions years later about Mike and Elgin. So I don't know. It's
let this be a lesson to all promotions or either wrestlers to just be on their shit next time. And let's just hope it doesn't happen against anybody else. And it sucks when it had to happen to one of the best wrestlers in the world. But I gotta head out, guys. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at WASkits. Gotta get back to work. So y'all have a good show, and I'll be whooping that ass later, Matt, on hockey. So
you keep talking the shit, bro.
Go Kings, go! Oh, and go Dodgers, because you're working at Dodger Stadium too. So yeah. All right, this Skits, man. Guess I'll talk to you later, bro. All right, that was WH Skits. Yeah, like I said, man, I don't understand. Like if the U.S. is allowing this or Canada's allowing this, I don't know, but it's just really weird. I don't know anything about visa and all that stuff. I don't go out of the country. You're probably the same thing like me. We don't go country to country out so often like these guys do. So I don't know, man, but it does suck what happened to Elgin. And another thing that Tom pointed out, because I was talking to Tom about this. Tom's like, okay, is he married to Mischief, and should he be legalized because he's married to Mischief? Because Mischief is American, isn't she?
That's what everybody else is confused about.
Or does it only work from the male to female? Like when the female is not from the United States and she marries somebody that's married to the United States, that person is legalized, but it doesn't work for the male?
I can't say. I can confirm anything here.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Unless this freaking Mischief is Canadian, we all don't know about it.
Yeah, no kidding, eh?
Yeah, right? So, I don't know, it's some crazy ass shit. But, yeah. I don't know. But, like I said, Elgin, I hope he comes back. I hope I can see him in TWG soon. Because, the whole fucking machines won't be the same without Elgin. It'd be weird to see him Brian Cage by himself.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully get this resolved before D4. Because, DC4 is in January. I'm pretty sure it's in January. So, see what happens. And like you said, Matt, I hope it doesn't fuck up Monster Mafia. Because I like to see the DC4. That would have been a perfect debut for Monster Mafia. PWG will be at DC4. But anyways, Matt, I am going to Vegas on Saturday. I'm checking out Quintessential Pro in Vegas. They're going to have a women's tournament. You're going to have talent like Eva Lee, Veda Scott. She's going to be there. Hudson Envy. Who is going to be there? Candice LeRae. It's all going to be part of a tournament. You got talent like Joey. It's funny. This is funny right here. Look, B-Boy going against Johnny Yuma, and then you also have Joey Ryan teaming up with Johnny Goodtime against Los Luchas, and Kyle O'Reilly is going to go against Adam Thornstoll for the Quintessential Championship. So, funny mentions that the Rockiness Monsters will be at this show, but they're not teaming up. But you have Johnny Goodtime teaming up with Joey Ryan. That's going to be an interesting tag team there, you can say. I'm pretty sure you've seen the Rockiness Monsters in PWG a lot, so it'll be freaking interesting, So,
yeah, actually, I came across that Elgin statement if you wanted me to throw it out there.
Go for it, man.
All right, so keep in mind this is from a week before the pay-per-view. LCW fans, I want to apologize as I am unable to participate in the tour this September. This is out of mine and LCW's hands as lawyers and immigration have my paperwork all tied up still. This meaning if I travel to Canada without proper paperwork, it could prevent me from entering back into the States before my paperwork is finished. I own a house, I'm married, and we have 2 pets as well as trying to start a family, so it's not something I can risk at this time. Not only that, wrestling is a way of living for me, so I am also greatly affected by this financially as well as emotionally. Nothing excited me more than being in front of a new crowd, a live crowd, and my home country fans. I'm truly sorry and promise that I will make it up to any and all fans that were looking forward to see me live. LCW has been great in wanting and waiting on me and trying to deal with me in these issues. Unfortunately, the paperwork has not been dealt with yet. Once it has, I hope to reschedule and see you all. But LCW has a great lineup of talent and produces some amazing shows, so please show them your support and enjoy September's tour. Sincerely, Michael Elgin.
Man. I mean, I feel bad, like example, like when somebody pays a ticket to see a talent, maybe a talent like doesn't come down to their shows or that promotion that often, but I feel bad for that person. It kind of reminded me of the Willie Mack situation. Remember we had him on here a few months back because he was heading to the East Coast, and I was telling all our listeners that if you're living in the East Coast and you haven't seen Willie Mack wrestle in person, you got to do it, and then unfortunately the promoter fucked them over and didn't pay for his flight, and, it sucks, but, and I feel bad for those people in the East Coast that, missed out on Willie Mack. It's
just going to be a crazy situation for the States Patrol to deal with over the next little while, especially the fact it's more bad in Elgin's sense, I think, because he's got his family and everything all in the United States. His wife lives over there. All of his stuff is over there. He has barely any, of his personal belongings with him at the time. And it's just a really bad situation for Elgin, as well as Silesia Sparks, so hopefully everything works out for the both of them.
Yeah, definitely. Silesia, I believe she actually lives in Canada. I think she's okay in the least, but coming here to the United States might be very difficult. But hope I get to see her. And plus, she's fucking beautiful. She's gorgeous. She needs to be showing all over the place as soon as she can. Yeah.
All I'm going to say is Michael Elgin and Silesia Sparks are going to be at a ton of Canadian independent promotions over the next 3 months or so.
Yep. So I guess you could just go head out and check out some Michael Elgin, Sleazy Sparks, because like I said, it's gonna be rough for us United States fans, you can say, that we won't be able to see Elgin or Sleazy over here unless we get our asses to Canada. Gotta get my passport ready. But
Michael Elgin, he's actually been signed for like a ton of Canadian shows already. He's going to be at Smash TV's tapings this weekend, and he's got a couple of other dates already signed as well. He's just keeping busy as well, so hopefully everything works out for him.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the best question coming out of this is, who the hell did Briscoe drop next?
Fuck. We all could say Adam Cole or Mike Bennett. I mean, those are the two favorites.
I feel like Tommaso Ciampa is a big favorite as well, especially with this angle going on with the Bucks.
Yeah, with this angle with Tommaso Ciampa going on, like, can Tommaso Ciampa get a Ring of Honor title run? Maybe. You never know. But Tommaso Ciampa could be, you know what? He could be the favorite to take over Jay Briscoe. But the question is, though, if the first pay-per-view, you could say, event, the next one, whatever, but Ring of Honor, if it's going to be, like, say, Jay Briscoe versus Tommaso Ciampa, Ciampa takes the title, that shows for freaking Jay Briscoe's title run. What's that shows? And plus, it makes him look more bad because I'm sure a lot of fans, not only me, they're not loving this Jay Briscoe title run. I don't know about you, but you know, I was never a Jay Briscoe world title picture scene guy. You know, I like him as his tag team with his brother as the Briscoes, but as a world championship scene, I don't know about that run.
Yeah, I guess you and Skits are on the same page. I don't know. I've always been okay with Briscoe being in the main event picture. It's just, if anybody to give the title back to, I don't even see a reason at this point they would have put the title on Elgin. That's a good point that you and Skits brought up earlier.
Yeah, because how I see Jay over the years, I see him as a tag team guy. Like, it'd just be weird. Like, say in the WWE, you have Daniel Bryan, but you rather give the title to Jay Uso. That's how I see it. Like, okay.
I know there was plans for Elgin. I know there was plans for Elgin to face AJ Styles at Final Battle.
Yeah.
If that were to happen, then Styles would have won the title. But if you would have not give Elgin the title, then it would have been Cole versus Styles for the title. And I think that would have been the logical match to go with for Final Battle. But I don't know, they threw that one down the drain.
Yeah. That could probably have been a plan, but we'll see what happens. I kind of see, like, you know what's funny? Skip mentioned that AJ Styles is not going to be doing, like, full-time work for Ring of Honor, but I can see that more happening in 2015 than now because I don't know what he's going to be doing with New Japan after his contract runs out. Will he be coming back to New Japan? You know, who knows? I know he's the current IWGP champion, but I'm assuming that his contract runs out right after Wrestle Kingdom. So after Wrestle Kingdom, what's next for AJ Styles in New Japan? Will they bring him back? Will he go back? I don't know, but if he decides not to go back, I could see him doing a lot of Ring of Honor shows. I can actually see that happening, and he could have a world title run maybe in 2015. But right now, I don't see that from AJ Styles. I don't know if you're having thought of that.
If we see a world title with AJ Styles that's not the IWGP world title, I'm going to be a little frustrated, especially with his ways right now. I'm not too impressed with him right now, so hopefully he just sticks in New Japan.
Yeah, I could see that happening if he could be sticking around New Japan and they could work some kind of deal. I don't know if even you don't even know if New Japan want to bring him back. It just seems like this is what I see about New Japan. If you don't want, they can do everything the fuck they want pretty much. If they want to re-sign AJ Styles or not, it's their way or the highway. That's how it is. They can move on without you. So if it's basically, I would say if, but it's basically they could do whatever the fuck they want to do. They can sign anybody you want or anything. If you don't want to work with New Japan or anything, they could move on. They have talent in Japan. They have guys like Okada or Nakamura. If they want to get that strap to one of them, that can happen. So or even a Hiroshi Tanahashi. They can move on. They have talent too. They don't need Americans, to help their promotion. It's New Japan. It's a different animal than Ring of Honor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, how many minutes do I have in the show? I got 13 minutes. Yeah. Tomorrow NXT Takeover. Gotta watch that shit. This weekend you have Evolve, which we had Stu Young earlier today. Gotta check that out, especially if you live in the New York area. I'm sure if Matt was in New York, he will be going to the Evolve shows because Zack Sabre Jr. will be there, and you never know when he will come back to the United States because this could be a once in a while thing. So you gotta check out Zack Sabre Jr. He's amazing live. I was a TWG Bola, saw that guy. He kicked fucking ass out there, and he's the man. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, definitely. You guys gotta check that out. Any news about Smash Wrestling? Are there coming to upcoming shows?
I know they just announced a new venue for the Can USA Classic, so definitely check that out. Nothing really else besides that. I know they have the Can USA Classic September the 21st. Unfortunately, we won't be there just because of Alpha One Wrestling running the King of Hearts tournament the same day. So definitely check out Smash Wrestling if you're in the area. If you're in the Hamilton area, come check out Alpha One Wrestling. Just support indie wrestling, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Just gotta check out Smash Wrestling. They've been bringing talent out there. I mean, Smash Wrestling.
And like I said, Michael Elgin this weekend at their TV taping. So.
Yeah, if you see Michael Elgin, you gotta check that shit out. Oh, you know what? We got a few minutes left. I gotta talk about this. You heard about Lucha Underground, right, Matt?
I did.
Yeah, I was at the first tapings they had over the weekend, and I gotta say it was a cool experience. I don't know if you remember Wrestling Society X from a few years ago and on MTV when they had guys like Human Tornado, Matt Sydal on that show. Yeah, it reminds me of that. Like, it kind of reminds me of that, but minus the hardcore stuff or the gimmick matches like table, ladders, and cervezas. But it's a good way to start off. They brought in guys like John Morrison, but his name is no longer John Morrison. I believe WWE owns that name. His name is Johnny Mundo. Chavo Guerrero was there. You had Matt Cross, which is not Matt Cross. He is Sons of Havoc. That's his name. He wears a mask. You could tell it's him because of the beard. Ricochet is not playing as Ricochet. He is Prince Pumba. He wears a mask as well. And you guys could check that out. B-Boy is in there, which B-Boy kind of confirmed to me that his match he had with Famous B will be an online match. It's not going to be on the TV show. And Ezekiel Jackson there. He's part of this stable with Little Cholo, who used to be in Wrestling Society X, and Ricky Reyes. They formed some alliance there. But more info about Lucha Underground. It's basically the same thing like Wrestling Society X. It's just a little more wrestling, and it's it's like a Latin-based type thing. There's a live band playing there, and it's like in Wrestling Society X, just like bands like Back Label Society there. But it's like basically all Latino thing. That's why John Morrison changed his name to Johnny Mundo. Mundo means moon, so he's Johnny Moon. Yeah, that's basically what it is out there. So I was told the second tapings they had on Sunday, Eva Lise was there. I saw her on the first night. She did not wrestle or participate in the show at all. So yeah, she was there. And but in the second night she had a match, I believe. I want to see a mixed tag match. I wasn't there in the second night, but that's what I'm hearing. She had a mixed tag match. And hopefully this promotion does well and put more people to work, like guys in the free agent market, or, for example, WWE release somebody that we like and we move on somewhere else. Hopefully a Lucha Underground will be another option for someone, for, you know, somebody who got released or free agent they would love to go to, you know. It will be in the El Rey Network in October. You can check it out. Oh, you probably will see me there a couple of times because I sat nearby the entrance area. So you'll see me there. And I hope you guys check it out and see what happens. Maybe we'll be talking about Lucha Underground a lot more often on this show, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Is there any... Yeah, maybe. So, Matt, I don't know if you have El Rey Network up in Canada, but if you don't, I'm pretty sure you'll check it out online. So, get ready October, Lucha Underground. God knows when I'll go up to the next one. Maybe not this weekend, or the weekend after. I'll go up to the next taping. And it's free, people. People in Los Angeles that's listening. If you want to check out this show, it's free. All you got to do is sign up, send an email, and ask how many people you want to bring in, and check it out. You decide if you like the product or not, and it's free. You're not paying a penny. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't like it, but hey, you're not wasting your money on anything unless you want to buy beer or something or shots. Go for it. But you're not spending no money on the product. You're just watching the show there, and you're part of the show. It feels like you are part of the show, I'll tell you that. But if you want to check it out, go email them. But get your info at Lucha Underground. Maybe they'll tell you, or follow them on Twitter. You can see if you get tickets, or maybe they'll give you the email information. But anyways, we only got a few minutes left on this show. I just want to say that thanks for listening. I want to give a shout out to Sue Young being on the show. She was an awesome chick. I glad to hang out with her in PWG Bola. Hopefully she comes down here again. I know Rich Swan wrestles in PWG a lot. So, and hopefully I get to see her wrestle in person for once. And like I told her earlier, I would sacrifice, taking a 6-hour wait to get back to the United States if she does a show in Mexico. And all right, well, we're gonna be closing the show in a bit, but check out WrestlingHeads.com. Follow Wrestling Heads on Twitter. Like us on Facebook, Wrestling Space Heads. Follow us on, you can say fucking Vine. Usually we don't use Vine on Wrestling Heads, so yeah, fucking follow us there. Check out our website, WrestlingHeads.com, which you can see reports, and you can check out my stuff, my classic match of the week. My classic match of the week was a triple all match between Rey Mysterio and Psychosis from 1995. Before their time in ECW. So check that out. And not only check my stuff, I check out other blogs and other writers. Shout out to our writers. And yeah, check everything out. Just check out WrestlingHeads.com. You'll like the website. People think it looks like the WWE.com Attitude Era website back in the day. Appreciate that for mentioning that. Follow us on Instagram as well. And people, you can follow me at Sinister632 on YouTube. YouTube. On Twitter, Vine, and Instagram. I use that same name, Sinister632. You can also check out Wrestling Heads on YouTube. Subscribe us on YouTube, YouTube/Wrestling Heads. and you can subscribe us there, please. Subscribe us on iTunes in case you want to listen to us when you're going on to work or you're heading to school, whatever you want to do. And that's about it. Follow the rest of the crew. Like I said, shout out again to Shu Young. It was a great interview with her. And, go ahead, Matt. Get all your stuff.
Yeah, basically a big one for us is check out our YouTube because we have a bigger interview up with Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks from Scored Circle Live on Sunday. Definitely check that one out. Follow us on Twitter at Weekly W Podcast. We're making our way to 2,000 followers, hopefully to get a Pro Wrestling Tee store going. So definitely check that out. Facebook.com/Weekly Wrestling Podcast. We're on the march to 1,000 likes, so definitely check that out as well. Blog Talk Radio /Weekly Wrestling Podcast, YouTube, like I said, the iTunes, Stitcher Radio, that's about it. Just all the Weekly Wrestling Podcast stuff, weeklywrestlingpodcast.com. And myself at Matthew Grant, First Days of 4 on Twitter. That's about it for me.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I forgot to give a shout out to Tom here. Follow him at 2tweetme. Follow Tom as well. We'll be back on Monday after Raw, so see what happens, and we'll probably talk about Night of Champions. That's going to be their go-home show to Night of Champions, and I guess till Monday we'll be back. All right, people. Peace.